They said history is written by the victors. But what if the victors never show their faces? What if the world is moved by invisible hands? And every war begins long before the first shot. Yeah. I came from a city where the headlines were shadows, where the truth moved quietly through alleys and echoes, where every politician had a puppet above him and every puppet master answered to another kingdom. They called it democracy, freedom and order, but the maps kept changing every time they crossed the border. Money moved faster than armies and tanks, while nations were drowning beneath invisible banks. The game wasn't local, the board was global. A handful of families deciding what was possible. Moving governments, markets and fear, turning entire generations into volunteers. Every crisis had a signature hidden in the smoke. Every revolution started with a promise and a joke. And every leader who refused to bend the knee soon discovered how expensive independence could be.
Behind the curtains, behind the lights,
Someone is betting on our lives tonight.
kings may change, but the throne remains.
Different actors, same old game.
Through the darkness, through the storm,
Some stand tall while the rest conform.
a lone wolf walking against the tide.
With the nation's burden deep inside. I saw brothers divided by flags and religion, while the architects watched from a safer position, selling fear to the masses, calling chaos a plan, building empires on the weakness of man. They funded the conflict, they funded the cure, they created the sickness, then sold us the door. And every explosion on the evening news made another billionaire with nothing to lose. The streets were a battlefield nobody could see, a war for identity, memory and destiny, where loyalty became a currency rare and truth disappeared somewhere in the thin air. Some fought for power, some fought for gold, some fought because they were ordered and told, but a few stood firm when the pressure arrived, refusing to surrender. What kept them alive? No crown, no palace, no title, no fame, just the weight of a country running through your veins. No applause, no witnesses, no reward, only the responsibility to stand guard. The deeper I looked, the darker it became. Every answer open, 10 questions again. Every alliance carried a hidden knife. Every smile concealed another life. The media was a weapon, the market was a weapon, religion was a weapon, fear became a weapon. And somewhere beyond the cameras and speeches, the real decision maker stayed out of our reaches. Never elected, never judged by the crowd, yet somehow controlling the future aloud. But history remembers the ones who resist, the names that survive when the powerful cease, because empires collapse and conspiracies fade, yet courage remains when the debt has been paid.
Behind the curtains, behind the lights,
Someone is betting on our lives tonight.
but no empire lasts forever in the rain, and no chain survives when people break the chain. Through the darkness, through the storm,
Through every battle
that tried to transform.
the wolf keeps walking, the mission survives because some men don't live for themselves. They live for the future of 1,000 lives. The fog will clear, the masks will fall, the names will change, but the game